So I was so excited when I saw the news that Justin Fields has been traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. It happened on my birthday. I was like, the Pittsburgh Steelers have given me the best birthday present ever because Justin Fields is my favorite player in the NFL. And as a diehard Steelers fan, I was like, yes, now we finally have a dynamic young quarterback that's going to start for us this season. Just to be really confused an hour later when another report came out and said, despite Pittsburgh trading for Justin Fields, Russell Wilson is expected to be the starting quarterback. And I was just so shocked because didn't the Steelers say before this offseason started that they were going to have an open quarterback competition? So why is it that they're just guaranteeing pretty much Russell Wilson the starting quarterback job? And then what's even more weirder is that they plan on extending him according to another report after the season. It's like, what? What has Russell Wilson proven in the black and gold for him to deserve the starting quarterback job over Justin Fields in the new contract extension after the season? Like, yes, he had some really good statistics last season, but the Broncos felt like they had to get rid of this guy to the point they took a record dead cap hit of $85 million. That's the largest dead cap hit in NFL history to get rid of him. So for me, I think that I'm hoping, I just hope at this point, this is just all he say, she say, and this is just all speculation. And Mike Tomlin plans on letting Justin Fields and Russell Wilson duke it out for the right to be the starting quarterback for the 2024 NFL season, because neither one of these guys, based on what we saw out of them last season, have done anything to prove that they're worthy of being claimed as QB1 right now. And Russell Wilson, yes, he is a vet, but it's not like this is the same Russell Wilson that we saw in his prime in Seattle. People keep thinking that Russell Wilson is going to be able to bounce back to that form when the odds just say we're going to see more of the Russell Wilson that we saw in Denver because he's getting up there in age. He's obviously regressing. And yes, the Steelers are going to have a better team around them, but it looks like Father Time is knocking on the door for Russell Wilson. And a lot of Russell Wilson's game is based on his ability to run around, extend plays, improvise, buy time for guys to get open. And with him having that age and that regressing athleticism, I'm not expecting him to be anything more than a top 25 quarterback this season, which is better than what the Steelers got out of Kenny Pickett last season and probably Mason Rudolph. But Justin Fields last season, to me, was better than Russell Wilson. And if there's anybody who should be given the opportunity to get the starting quarterback one job, it should be Justin Fields, just because you have a younger player with upside who has a lot of potential. And with Arthur Smith, who utilizes a lot of design quarterback run zone reads, he could do a lot of special things with Justin Fields in the run game. And by starting Justin Fields, the Steelers are automatically going to have no worse than the fifth best rushing attack in the NFL next season. You have him in the backfield with Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren. No, not a lot of teams are going to be able to slow down the Steelers' run game. Russell Wilson doesn't bring you that dynamic to the offense. Now, is he a better passer than Justin Fields? Yes, but I don't really think by a huge margin. And if the Steelers' plan is to start Russell Wilson for a few games, and if he fizzles out, go ahead and start Justin Fields because you pretty much traded for him for nothing. You gave the Bears a 6th-round pick that turns into a 4th-rounder if he plays 51% of the snaps this year. So at this point, with Russell Wilson only getting $1.12 million this year, why would you just guarantee him the starting job if your plan isn't that, maybe he plays bad and we just start Justin? It just seems like the Steelers are just starstruck by Russell Wilson. And it's not a surprise when you think about Russell Wilson's personality and Mike Tomlin's personality. They seem like they would be a pretty good match for each other as a quarterback head coach duo. Russell Wilson is a highly optimistic guy, and so is Mike Tomlin. When Russell Wilson probably met with Mike Tomlin, Russell Wilson probably came in there like, man, Coach T, I'm highly motivated, man. You know how they treated me in Denver? They made me seem like I'm the problem. I want to come and prove myself, Mike Tomlin. Let me come prove myself. I want to win 2 more Super Bowls before I retire. And you know Mike Tomlin, he's like, yeah. You ready to work? You ready to make sure that you come on with your pads tight, your helmet, your chin buckle strapped on tight? You ready to work? You ready to commit to excellence? And they probably hit it off. And I'm not surprised if it went down that way because they have personalities that should work very well with each other. Unlike Sean Payton, Mike Tomlin is just as optimistic as Russell Wilson. And with the kind of coach that Mike Tomlin is, he should be able to squeeze a little more juice out of Russell Wilson than what the Broncos were able to get out of him. Because Mike Tomlin is a motivator. But that just doesn't mean that Russell Wilson is going to be good enough to get the Steelers to the playoffs in the league's toughest conference. The AFC is home to most of the NFL's best quarterbacks. And in the AFC North, you have to go against Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow twice. And I understand that Pittsburgh has a winning record against Lamar Jackson, but things can change every season. No season is like the previous one. And Joe Burrow is going to be fully healthy. And the Steelers still have the worst quarterback in that division, despite who you start, whether it be Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson, just with him being so limited, not being able to really play within structure. Does it piss you off how much you pay for your monthly phone bill? Why are you getting frustrated when our partner Mint Mobile has plans as low as $15 a month that give you unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network? Stop getting frustrated with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and go to trymintmobile.com/JTSports and description and pin comment down below to get access to premium wireless for only $15 a month. That's only $15 a month. Switching to Mint is easy. It only takes 15 minutes to do. If you're pissed off with how much you pay for your monthly phone bill, switch to Mint Mobile today and go to trymintmobile.com/JTSports in description and pin comment down below to get premium wireless for only $15 a month. Stop getting upset with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and switch to Mint Mobile today. Not really being that good under pressure. I just expect for Justin Fields to end up winning the starting quarterback job. I don't see how Russell Wilson, he ends up getting released by the Denver Broncos. They take an $85 million dead cap hit, makes league history doing it, and all of a sudden, this dude's just going to go to Pittsburgh and just have this career rejuvenation before he retires and rides off to the sunset. I don't think that's going to happen. I believe Father Time has knocked on the door for Russell Wilson for a while, and 2024 is going to be the year that he just breaks that thing down and he comes and collects for Russell Wilson, and we just see the last of Russell Wilson. Justin Fields right now is just a way better quarterback than what Russell Wilson is. You can say Russell Wilson won more games than Justin Fields, but in the situation that the Steelers have offensively, and with Mike Tomlin being the head coach, Justin Fields is going to be able to win more games than what Russell Wilson is going to be able to do. He just has way more upside. He just brings such a different dynamic to the rushing attack that you're going to have to find a way to game plan for it with Jalen Warren and Najee Harris complementing him in the backfield. And he can always improve during the offseason as a passer in a different scheme under Arthur Smith. He can be pretty good getting outside the pocket in this play action heavy scheme that Arthur Smith likes to run. I'm rooting for Justin Fields to be the starting quarterback for Pittsburgh this year. And if this thing just goes completely wrong and neither Justin Fields or Russell Wilson or the answer, I hope that we're bad enough where we can end up getting the number 1 pick next year and we draft Shedeur Sanders. But Justin Fields, I believe he has a pretty good opportunity to start this year. I don't know what the hell the Pittsburgh Steelers see in Russell Wilson, but eventually they're going to come to reality and they're going to see that Russell Wilson just isn't it anymore.